Hello and welcome to episode 44 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Sword. So, between episodes here, I took the liberty to clear out my inventory a bit because I had a bunch of junk in it. And yeah, we got a good amount of gil on us now. So, anyhow, let's talk to Fankred here and see what he wants from us. Oh, looks like we are getting a ugly ass sword. Holy shit, that looks bad. For a moment there, I thought like, is this a marauder weapon? It looks more like an axe or anything, but no. Here's the marauder weapon. And yeah. Alright, let's see what he wants to talk to us about. Lord Artorial and First Commander should have returned by now. To the tavern then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanuel. And I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. My apologies, Joffrey. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emmanuel ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated the Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Führer, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least, the Chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them then? I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you're right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Geoffrey, will you deliver my report to Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emmanuel. You're going with him. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honoroyd. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroyd? I could have sworn he was... Oh, surely.
Onawa!
Onawa.
No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
All right. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. Yeah, so lesson to be learned. If you meet a hysterical person, give them one hell of a right hook and they will be just fine after that. Oh yeah, and you might have to stay away from the police and the laws and all that. Especially in this day and age. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you have no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes, reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to Ishgard. Alright, let's see here. Part of the demonstrations and its resolution outstripped you, Joffrey. Outstripped? Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of the misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and vengeance is begets. To dwell so deeply on the war and vengeance, it begets only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought that peace sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. Hey, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniable righteous cause. It's a bitter reflection, but the lies what they were. They did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our belligerent spirits. Better still, an occasion for the temple knights and watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgard force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against the coalition of the allied nations finest. Hosted by Ishgard, in the shadow of the gates of judgment. A victory under such circumstances would serve as a reformation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong as united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism. It is true, but if we should be defeated, for even to hold our own against the cream of the free nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son, Emmanuel, take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be done. Shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Joffrey, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Right. So that is their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? I stand for my friends and comrades, not the nation. I will stand for my friends and comrades, not the nation. A poor choice of words. For friends, for friends tried and true then, the living and the lost. So for this grand melee of this this grand melee of his, Sir Emeric wishes to field a force comprising both his temple knights and Hilda's watch, yes? I can only imagine that what she will have to say about that. In fact, curious, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Well met, Geoffrey. Have you spoken with Sir Emeric? I was aware of the Alliance request, so Sir Emeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficiency of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions. And these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray, deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best man, not her most dispensable. All right, let's see if we can find Thancred. Oh, they are down here, I'm guessing. Actually, go through here. That's probably the closest. Go. Thancred's been telling me about Sir Emeric's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing. Because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well. Seems the first commander's gone, and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choice, thought. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it inspired the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, huh? I had to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? Thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and do the pillars. I carried Honor to the manor. On a walk. Oh, I wonder when I will learn how to actually read that name correctly. Our best Kyojins are attending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. So, father has volunteered me to this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be. Whereas I am a son of House Fortall. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and I could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion with faith and conviction. They dedicated themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, go this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honora, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Emeric and I will make my own decision. Alright. The Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what the matters demands his personal attention? I see. Very well, you may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may? I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Alright. Well, I'm going to call this an episode here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, first of all, welcome. And yeah, if you enjoy my content, feel free to hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my episodes. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.